Okay, so this is a video that is personal and it's been cooking for a while. It's lately, since I've been on this journey and opening myself up for a life partner, knowing that I do want a life partner and I want somebody to spend my life with and to build my life with and to build um, something meaningful with. And so you have to know what you want in order to recognize it when you meet it. And I have to know what I want within myself, what is important to me, what I'm attracted to. It's kind of like doing affirmations, or so that I can emotionally feel what it is that I want to feel without attaching it to a specific person. And so, and I know that you don't make a list of, like a go to the supermarket list of of what you want, but it's knowing what you want and then letting go of expectation, allowing the world and the universe to magnetize that into you. Kind of knowing emotionally what you want in a relationship, how you want to feel. And so lately I've kind of been thinking about that. And ever since, I've been thinking about it, I've been jotting things down. And I remember a few years ago, after my divorce, for the first couple of years after my divorce, I didn't want to meet anybody. I was completely turned off. I didn't, I, was- you know, I was um, healing myself and kind of even just learning who I was after being in a marriage for so many years. And after a couple of years, I decided I was going to sit down and make a list of the attributes that I wanted in a life partner. And I sat down and I made a list. And it took me a few days and I made a list. And it was in one of my, I'm always writing. I always have like all sorts of writings. And so I made this list. It was like 2 pages long, and then it was just in one of my tablets and one of my like writing tablets. And I have stacks and stacks and stacks of tablets that I wrote all sorts of things and all sorts of downloads. So one day I'm going to open all that up. It's all in storage still. But when I open all that up, I think that I'm going to put it into the computer and maybe write a book, put a book together with all of the downloads that I got and didn't know what to do with them throughout the years. Go through them and see what's there. But I wrote all of that down and then I just kind of forgot about it. I left it on the side and it was in one of the tablets. And a few months later, I met somebody and we got into a relationship, a romantic relationship. It was the first romantic relationship after my divorce. And it was immensely healing. It was a really good relationship. We're still in touch till today. We're good friends, and I did so much work with him, and he did so much work with me. It was like he was like a godsend at that point in time. Um, and after a while of being with him, I think after about a year, we were together totally about a little over 2 years. But after being with him for a year, I found that old tablet and I was reading the list, and it was exactly everything that was on that list was exact. And I was shocked. I was shocked. And so now I didn't sit down and make a whole list, but every time something came up to my mind, I jotted it down because I started to make a list. But then the other day I decided, well, what is attractive? What is attractive in a male for me? What do I find to be attractive? Because I know that I'm attracted to. What is attraction? And when you're attracted to somebody, you're attracted, it means that they have keys for your expansion or for your spiritual journey. You're attracted to people that have keys to your spiritual journey. And so, of course, I'm very attracted to masculine male, to uh, dominance, to, and I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean that the masculine energy is dominant, strong, containing, able energy. And I'm attracted to very divine, very pure masculinity. And so I started writing down a few things. So I wrote down my life partner. So I have a couple of lists here. I have the list that I started on attributes that how I want to feel and what I want within my life partner. And I didn't finish the list. I'm sure there's a lot more things, but these are just things that are off the top of my head that I find attractive in men and things that women want in a relationship with a man. Um, it's not absolute. I'm going off of me, but I imagine that in my place that there are a lot of women that would agree that these are attractive attributes and things that they would want within their own relationship. I think that nowadays, masculinity and femininity, the line isn't drawn between the two. There's a very big difference between the two. Now, if you just look at the female and the male, you can see that they are different by nature. And so, when 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 a woman comes into her, and nowadays the playground is more masculine, the workplace. Women are expected to go out and work and be providers, and whereas 2,000 years ago, the women's place was very, very different. Um, and I don't mean it in a belittling place for women. I mean it actually in a very um, respectful for women, respectful of their femininity and of their powers. Women take care of take care of the children by nature. We feed them. We have the we are the ones that have the ability to feed them. I mean, that's just nature. We are nurturers. We have the in. If you look at the female male, that we are the socket. We hold the family together in warmth. And nowadays we're expected to do the man's job and the woman's job, and so kind of we demasculate men because we're getting in their territory as we're expected in today's society. And so it's kind of demasculating for men, but we also are becoming more masculine, which is less attractive. But men are also becoming more feminine. So it's kind of like there has to be some kind of but in any case, I'm going to just read off of this. Anything that I feel like needs explaining, I'll explain. I'll probably put in my 2 cents quite a bit. So in my life partner, things that I want someone who makes me feel special, who loves me unconditionally. And I know that's a tall order. Who loves spending time with me. I want somebody who likes spending time with me, who enjoys my company, who wants and supports my higher good, who wants for me my higher good and supports my higher good, even at the expense of wants to see me go out and succeed, who wants to help, who embraces me, who I am, and supports me and my higher good, who's attracted to me. And attractive is who I'm attracted to. And then I have a whole list of what I'm attracted to. So it's a much bigger list than this list. Somebody who supports me and I don't only mean, and I mean it's kind of like a duel, right? It's together, because once you're together, that support is combined. I support him, but he supports me. And I also mean monetarily. I do. And it's not gold diggy kind of way either, because I want to be a part of that. I want to have choice in that. I want to also be a combined, to be able to feel like I am also of you know also helping along that. It's kind of like building an empire together. It's kind of like doing something that is combined, and feeding off each other. When you're in a good relationship, then those things automatically become combined because you are combined with your partner. Your energy is combined. What you want in life is combined. Your missions are combined. Your intellect is combined. Your emotions are combined. You are combined physically. Someone who I feel safe when I'm with him, who I feel safe with him, like I'm at home, like we are a power couple. We can do it all. I feel safe I feel safe in his arms. I feel safe near him. I feel that he will have my back for me, that he will support me and be behind me. And all of these things, of course, I want to be for him. Who is kind to me and kind to others. I want somebody who is kind. Someone who has a wonderful sense of humor. And a sense of humor, it has to click. We have to have the clicky sense of humor together. Somebody who has self-control. And there was something else I wrote. A man who doesn't sleep around is very attractive to women. It shows self-control and respect both to himself and to the woman that he is with. And so, like, a man who won't go, who doesn't sleep around, somebody who holds himself in a higher place and won't use women in that way if he does not find the higher meaning to it, and who is, it also shows also self-control, which is what I just said before this. And it's also very respectful to himself, respectful to the women that he doesn't want to sleep with. It's respectful to them because he won't put them in a situation that they might think, put hopes on something, or allow them to desecrate themselves with him, or for him to desecrate himself with them. And also, it would make me feel like I'm chosen as somebody who doesn't sleep around with every woman. If somebody sleeps around with every woman and then he sleeps with me, I'm just another woman. It makes me feel unspecial. And somebody who doesn't sleep around with multiple women and would choose to sleep with me, it means that I'm chosen. It means that I am special. Water is life. So, and the water, when it comes into your body, any of your food that comes into your body becomes a part of you. And you want that food to be at a vibrational match to you before it enters your body, because then the entering into your body is much easier. And you want to always be respectful and appreciative of where everything comes from. That way you can stay in a place of appreciation. And appreciation, if you've ever noticed, happiness always sits inside of appreciation. You can't have happiness without appreciation. So wherever you have appreciation, you decide to bring your focus to appreciation, and you can do it purposefully by creating, like, you bless your food, the ways of being that bring you into that constant vibration of appreciation, to where you see the man that I would be attracted to and want in my life would appreciate that about me, that I bring these things, would love that about me, would find me unique and special. Um, okay, so we did with that not sleeping around. Uh, I think that we've already gone through that. So now I'm going to come to the list of what I find attractive in a man. So what women find attractive in a man: tenderness, somebody who is unique and knows himself. So somebody who is unique. We're all unique, but so many of us have lost our own uniqueness in society's expectations. And somebody who actually knows themselves and is strong within themselves will bring himself to his pure power and back to his own uniqueness. Someone who has self-control. See, I see that I have that on both lists. So self-control is a very, very attractive trait. Somebody who doesn't move with every tide, somebody that stands steadfast in their belief and in their own being, and has self-control, doesn't lose it, doesn't follow their emotions and lash out, and somebody who is able to pull themselves inward and be in self-control is very attractive. It gives much security to a woman. A woman feels safe near a man like that. Confidence in self, self-sure, has his own opinion and interests. So that's also something, in order to, it comes back to being the strong masculine. You have your own opinions, your own knowing. So you know yourself well. You're thoughtful, and you have thought about things and formed your own opinions about them, not the consensus of society. Strong-minded, and that is all, it's all connected. Somebody who's strong-minded, steadfast in themselves. Someone who has a sense of humor. Someone who is trustworthy. I did a whole video about trust, so somebody who's trustworthy. And trustworthy doesn't just mean that they're not going to run around and trustworthy means that you trust their word. They say that they're going to do something and they do it. They stand behind themselves. You can, when somebody is trustworthy, especially when they're trustworthy within themselves, when you see that they are loyal to themselves, first and foremost, you can trust them because you can trust that they are not going to go against their own selves. And then when you know them truly, you know what their lines are and where they stand and how they behave, and you can trust in them. So somebody that is trustworthy, who is also loyal. Um, Somebody trustworthy doesn't mean that they have to do what you want them to do, but it means that you can trust that they will let you know if they change their mind or change the way that they think, or it's somebody that is trustworthy that you can trust. You can trust their word, you can trust who they are, you can trust their abilities, you can trust that they will be there for you. You can trust that what they say is sacred. Somebody that you can feel like you can relax next to them because you trust them. Somebody who contains themselves and me. Somebody that can contain themselves. Somebody that has the capacity to hold all of their own attributes and embrace them, and also mine. But somebody that can embrace their own attributes would also be able to embrace me, because there is self-accepting, and in self-acceptance is acceptance of others. And it's just like somebody who loves themselves can truly love another. Somebody who is empathetic towards me and towards others. So it coming back to being kindness as well. Understands me and wants to understand me. And takes the time to understand me. Okay, let's get over the emotional stuff. Somebody who is patient, who has patience, and is responsible, is reasonable and fair. Somebody who's reasonable and listens. Somebody who has determination. Determination is a wonderful attribute. When you're determined, then when you have determination, you can take it and you can apply it to many different things, and it's a wonderful attribute. Triatsipukim, in Hebrew, it's triatsipukim. It's where you can we'll have to come back to it, because it's a very important one. And there's a term for it in English, a very specific term, and I want to find it. Somebody who is spiritual, a spiritual person. Somebody who's romantic. Somebody who is complimentary, like knows how to compliment, to give compliments. Somebody who sees my special point and points them out to me. Somebody who sees how unique I am and special I am, and likes those things about me and finds them fascinating and finds them um, inspiring, and enjoys those things about me, and even sees those things first of all, and then shows me. those things about me so that I can know. When you love somebody and you just tell them I love you, it's a little bit flat. And when you tell somebody I love you because of this and because of this and because of this and because of this, then it becomes far more real. It becomes far broader. It becomes more whole and more believable. And it also allows the other person to know what you love about them, things that they, things that they do, things that they are, things that they say. And it's even, little quirks, somebody that finds it endearing. Um, Somebody who loves me is going to love even the misses, the little misses, because of that will be endearing. Somebody who's loving, somebody who cares about me, and my feelings and my higher good. A thinker, a problem solver. I love people that think and that are problem solvers. I also think and I'm a problem solver. Somebody who's creative. I like creative people. I'm going back to romantic. I'm just going to put that in there again. Reciprocity. I'm still trying to find that terminology. It is when you postpone gratification. When you postpone gratification. Somebody who is able to postpone gratifications, like postpone the present at the end for the higher good. So somebody who doesn't go for the cheap fix, who is able to put it past them. Also, somebody who is able to overcome their addictions. That is, it's right along the same line. You're able to get over your addiction. It shows a strong personality. Who sees my special points and shows me. I already said that. Emotionally intelligent. Somebody who's emotionally intelligent. So they're able to see the reasons why underneath. Somebody who has family values and somebody who has family values that you can just sit on the couch with in the evening and watch a movie. Um, Somebody who's self-aware of themselves, self-aware. When you're self-aware, you're also aware of others. Self-reliant. Somebody who relies on themselves and trusts them, their own selves, you can trust them. Strong moral compass. Somebody who has a moral compass within themselves and don't allow themselves to get out of line, then you can trust them. You can trust that they're going to be there. You can trust that they're going to be there for themselves. They're going to show up for themselves, so they're definitely going to show up for you. Um, so a strong moral compass, inner compass, is very, very, very important. Stability. Somebody's very stable in their thoughts and in their ways of thinking. It's not all over the place and not lashing out. Somebody who has experience in life, has already gone through quite a bit, have already experienced things, already a parent, definitely for me. I'm a parent and somebody who already has their own children, because having your own children adds an extra level of experience and maturity. Loyalty is very important. Somebody who's outgoing, somebody who gets out there and does it. Outgoing. Somebody that tries new things, talks to people, uh, uh, embraces life, is bigger than life. Trustworthiness, keeps promises. Is somebody who is curious. I love curiosity. I'm curious. I love exploring and going places and meeting new people and seeing things and how does that work and what happened there and why is that way and why did that person say that? What made that person be in that state of mind? So somebody who's curious, somebody who's good with their hands, creative and good with their hands, because somebody who's good with their hands. Somebody is good with their hands is good with their hands all the way around. But I like people. I like men that can build things. It's kind of like, it makes me feel like I'm provided for. He can fix things. He can fix my car. You can fix, fix things. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be like super fix it guy. You can also like, but I like somebody that's good with their hands. There's another one here. I'm not being a stamina. Somebody that has stamina. Stamina is a good, that doesn't quit in the middle. Somebody that has stamina and is as like a good, like you have a good horse that just keeps going and going and going and going. So stamina. And I don't only mean in a sexual way. I know that's what's coming up because it's coming up in me. But, but not that I'm saying that it's not good in that place. It's also good in that place. But somebody who respects his own body, and that comes back to the not sleeping around. Somebody that respects their own body will also feed their body properly, will also take care of their body, will also exercise their body, respects their body. Our body is our container for this life. It is the vessel that allows us to have this experience. It is part of us. And in a healthy body, a healthy mind, and in a healthy mind, a healthy body. So somebody is respectful to his own body. Somebody is a good provider. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that is an attractive attribute. Somebody who is a good provider it is a very masculine trait. It is a very um, you know holding himself responsible is a very masculine trait. I like that. Somebody who is respectful of himself and others. Let me see if there's anything else that I have on the list. Someone who will anchor me. And that's the last one I have here. Somebody who is going to anchor me. Somebody who's going to know how to console me, know how to hold me, know how to calm me down if I, and of course, all of these things, everything that I have listed here, I feel like is a two-way street. Every single thing that I've listed here, I would like to be for that partner as well. Like to be um, the place where they can lay their head and feel safe and feel loved and feel embraced and feel accepted and feel free to be them and feel wanted and secure and appreciated and like they have somebody that they can count on to be there for them. And so in all of these things, there is the giving and the taking. So there is the part of receiving and being the receiver of all of this, but there's also a special joy in being allowed to provide that safe haven for somebody else as well, especially when you have a lot to give. Um, it is um, to be able to give it is allowing you to be whole. And there is a lot of pleasure in providing that safe haven for somebody. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video so as not to get off base, off course. So to sum it up, this is a video of what women or me find attractive in a man, what women need from men in order to feel safe and secure and in order to build a compatible relationship. This isn't all inclusive. This is the things that I wrote down up till this point. There may be some more added on, and of course, there's room for interpretation and there is room for additions. There's room, we're all different, so nothing is absolute. So that is also a given. And I just kind of want to show you where I'm at because it's just so beautiful here. I'm sitting out here in nature. And then this is where I'm sitting. There's Lola. Lola just got up. And over here is a natural spring. I just got in the water. And so I'm going to go ahead and add on to that list somebody that likes nature and that we enjoy the same kind of things. Well, I think that's kind of like a given in it, but I'm going to add that on. So thank you for watching.